la guitarra, las tapas, and personally my favorite, el toro. El esparadrapo, la restricción, la carrera, la prórroga, juguetón. By the way, if there are Spanish people watching, tell me if I'm pronouncing these words good. Spanish, one of the most beautiful languages in this world. One of the most spoken languages in this world. And personally, I believe that it has one of the coolest and one of the most beautiful cultures in this world. Well, imagine going to one of those countries like Spain, like Mexico, like the Amazon rainforest in Colombia, like the southern beaches in Spain, and being able to connect with people in such a deep way that you're like a native, that you speak fluently, that you learn a new culture, that you learn a new way of living. Imagine being able to experience that. In today's video, I'll talk to you about how I learned Spanish like a native and how learning any language like a native, maybe if it's French for you or Portuguese or whatever it is such an important, such an interesting, such a positive thing to do, since there are so many benefits involved with it. Well, let's get started, and I hope you will enjoy this video. So approximately 2 years ago, I decided after I graduated from high school to take my backpack and to go to Spain. I decided to live in Spain for approximately 7 months and learn the language of Spanish. Well, in the beginning, I didn't understand a word of Spanish. I could only say hola and that was it. But the vibe before leaving Spain and after leaving Spain was completely different. Before leaving Spain, in the first months, I couldn't really vibe with the people. I didn't understand them. I didn't really enjoy my stay that much, and it felt like I didn't know what I was doing. But then the 6th or the 5th month, when I finally got deeper and deeper in my knowledge of Spanish, my experience completely changed. I loved the language so much. I vibed with the people much more. I made a lot of friends. I met new people. I had such an interesting view of life. I learned a new culture, the Spanish way of living, las siestas, it was so interesting. So this only proved to me that learning a language was definitely worth it. So I hope you found my little backstory interesting. And now I will tell you 3 practical steps that absolutely made me learn this language in a fast, effective way. Number 1. Focus more on the words than the grammar. Let me explain. When I came to Spain and I wanted to learn Spanish, right, I wanted to learn everything at the same time. I wanted to learn the grammar, I wanted to learn the words, but it just didn't make sense to me. How was I gonna be able to speak Spanish fluently if I was spending more time on looking at the structure of the words than learning the words themselves? If you communicate with someone, it's more important to know more words, right, than not to know any words but be good at structuring the sentence, if that makes sense. Well, what I did is literally simple. Every single day, I decided to write down 10 words. Now, this week, I made a little challenge for myself and I decided to, for 7 days, to write down 10 words again, just like I did daily back in Spain. And I gotta be honest, I still remember a lot of Spanish, but a lot of things I forgot. Like el esparadrapo, which means plaster, I didn't know. Espantapájaros, scarecrow, sonrojar, to blush, I forgot about that. But I did this now again for 7 days straight, and this was a tactic that I used back in the day, and it helped me a lot with learning Spanish. The second practical advice that I could give you is that if you don't speak this language, if you're not able to speak the language because you cannot be in that country for some reason, if you want to learn Russian and you can't go to Russia, just practice speaking 30 minutes a day. It'll definitely help you and you'll get that fluent level much faster. Of course, I had the luck of being in Spain, so it was easier for me, but still, I discipline myself every day to walk out, go to the supermarket, whatever, and speak Spanish to some local people. And it helped me actually much more than just sitting behind my desk and looking at the pages. Why? Because those people are Spanish, right? You want to be able to speak to those people. You don't want to be able to only like know theoretically every little word, every detail, if you're not able to communicate on a day-to-day like activity, whatever topic it is. That's something that you'd want to be able to like be better in, right? I guess. Well, if you're not able to do that because you're not in that country, then just watch a YouTube video and just practice saying the sentences for 30 minutes, or go to a Facebook group and meet Russian friends or meet Spanish friends, whatever language that you want to learn, right? Now, the third and last practical tip is don't underestimate yourself and stay consistent and stay disciplined. Well, for example, if you study 7 hours a week, but you only study on a Friday, would you think that you'd be able to study more effectively or know more of the language if you divided those 7 hours for like 1 hour Monday, 1 hour Tuesday, 1 hour Wednesday? Or would you think that you'd be able to speak Spanish better or whatever language better if you'd do all of that work in one day? Well, obviously, you would be able to speak Spanish better if you diverted those hours throughout the week. Why? Because you'd consistently every day repeat the same thing. So if you are eager to learn a language, if you are like me and you see the beauty and the importance of learning a language, just go for it. Maybe it doesn't give you the highest degree, maybe it doesn't give you the most money or whatever, but you'll see later on in your life, or in wherever situation that you are in your life, how important it is and how much more perspectives it can give you. Thank you for listening. I hope you liked this video and I hope I inspired you to learn a language for yourself. I hope I destroyed all of your limited beliefs, and don't be scared to learn that language. Just go for it while you can and you'll see the benefits for yourself. Thank you for listening and adiós. Si hablas español, escríbelo en los comentarios. Tengo curiosidad por saber cuántos hispanohablantes ven este video.